Welcome to the Warner home here in Steamboat Springs, Colorado. It's probably, it's just got so much history, and it is really one of the very best lots in all of the Yampa Valley and in Steamboat Springs. This house or home, this is really more of a home than a house because it was the heartbeat of the valley for maybe 50 years. The creek actually borders it, I think, on two sides. So it's just fabulous. It's very private. You feel like you're in the mountains, but yet you're right in downtown Steamboat. Plus, you have a great view of Holliston Hill from here. The Warners were known as the first family of skiing in Steamboat Springs. Ed and Hazy Warner raised three children: Skeeter, Loris, and Wallace. Wallace was Buddy. This is their childhood home. They kind of helped put the United States on the map as far as alpine ski racing. This was the childhood home. They were raised here. They walked to Holliston Hill. They went to school. Since they were, kind of so much a part of the skiing history of the valley, in the 40s and 50s, when skiing was kind of just getting started after the war, they were competing as juniors. When he won the Hahnenkamm, which is a very famous European downhill race, it kind of put the American, people took notice, the Europeans took notice that the Americans had finally arrived to compete with them in ski racing. Buddy certainly was the most decorated. He was in 3 Olympics. These kids all grew up skiing here. If you look around, there is unbelievable wooden craftsmanship, but it's all custom. The trim is custom. The cabinetry going into the kitchen, it's just classic. And I think there's about 5 houses in town that have the same type of interior finish, and it is, it's as good a craftsmanship as we have today. There's been some changes. It's kind of a cross between modern, a little bit modern, and the old kind of bungalow type of house or cottage feel. And it's just got such great bones and great character. And I'm looking at the stairway, it's original. There's still so much original about this house that you just feel like you're home when you come here. And anybody who came to Steamboat of any, whether they came for golf tournaments, whether they came for any sporting events at the time, and especially skiing, always ended up here for friendship and community and camaraderie and a cocktail and always a great meal. President Gerald Ford was here. He came to play golf. He and Betty Ford came here to play golf with Doak and Skeeter and sat right here where I'm at. Secret Servicemen were around on the bridge, and it was shortly after he was president. So there are not many places where a president of the United States has been, but there has been one in this house. So Buddy was very involved with the design of the early years of the Steamboat ski area. Then when he was killed in 1964 in an avalanche in Switzerland, a few years later they renamed Storm Peak Mount Werner. And that's where, the history of the name of that ski area, the mountain that the ski area is on, comes from. So, just lots of skiing history and tradition right out of this home. And they say in real estate, everything's about location, location, location. This is the best location there is in downtown Steamboat, by far, no doubt. Cabinets, like over here, of course, when the Warners were here, this cabinet here behind me was filled with all the skiing memorabilia, the medals and the silver cups that all 3 of the kids had won. And there was a few more cabinets in the house at that time. Not china, not fine silver. The fine silver that was in here were all medals. And there happened to be another little couple pieces of sports memorabilia. There was a Heisman Trophy that sat on the mantelpiece for many, many years. It belonged to Doak Walker, who was Skeeter's husband, and the Maxwell Award. So yeah, pretty humble place for some really fabulous, fabulous sports memorabilia. But I think above and beyond all of that, it was just this house represents the Western hospitality that Steamboat has become so well known for and will continue to be known for. So whoever gets this house, make sure you're a good cook.